This is a great question. Let's talk a bit about the amount of movement that is required for Masquerade and what you need to know in terms of disability accommodations if you are visiting the experience. So the first thing that I honestly think everyone should know for Masquerade is that you are not going to be standing the entirety of the time. There are seats in a lot of the scenes for Masquerade, especially in the latter half of the show. For a lot of the scenes, there are not enough seats for everyone to have a seat, but there are enough seats that you are probably going to be able to sit in multiple scenes in the show. As I have highlighted in several of my videos about Masquerade, this is a very stair-heavy experience. However, there are alternate ADA accessible pathways available that you can utilize if you tell the people involved in Masquerade that you are going to need them. I can say in my pulse, there was a wheelchair user who I saw in just about every scene. In the scenes I didn't see them in, I'm going to assume it was probably just that I couldn't see them for where I was. Now, I did not personally take the accessible path, so I cannot speak to it from personal experience. However, I did notice the wheelchair user and an older couple in my group getting into an elevator at one point. If you are not going to be utilizing those, it is worth knowing that the experience involves a lot of stairs and escalators. There's one very noticeable scene that takes place on an escalator. No spoilers here. Masquerade really isn't a free roaming experience. The majority of the moving you're going to be doing is really just from scene to scene. There's only really, I would say, one scene where you really have any real ability to explore within Masquerade. And that scene, you are confined to one room, so you're not going to be moving around that much. Keep in mind that this is the building that Masquerade takes place in, and there are scenes for Masquerade that take place on every single floor of this building, all the way from the basement to the roof. And there is one scene during this experience where you are basically traveling from the lowermost floor to the uppermost floor at one time. Really, I would say don't be afraid to ask for accommodations. They definitely made them for both the wheelchair user in my pulse and a group that appeared to request to always have a seat reserved for them. If you are not requesting any accommodations, I would say probably expect to be standing roughly 2/3 of the experience and that it is going to involve a lot of stairs. But when you are in scenes, you are not going to be doing a lot of moving around. You're basically just going to be standing or sitting in one place for the duration of that scene and then moving to the next scene.